French president can come out and very clearly say, when Sarkozy can say it was fraud and the election was stolen, the United States can certainly match in the level of recognition. It is not about regime change. That is not what this is about. This is about an intellectually honest observation that everything that we care for in this country and the kind of rights that we may take for granted are of rights that those to the perilous few who want to certainly pursue their freedom of speech, the same kind of human rights that we enjoy in many parts of the Western world, is the very rudimentary and elementary kind of rights we should support at all costs peacefully to make sure that they are certainly acquired in Iran. That is why it's important local governments. That is why it's important that you reach out to your elected legislators wherever you may live in California and throughout the United States with your friends. It is important that you connect with Facebook, Twitter, which this revolution is brought to you by. And it's important that we continue to inform people that it is not about Iranians living in America, but it is about America being awakened by Iranians and friends of ours who care about the same kind of change and sensible change in Iran itself. We are not alone, and we want to make sure that the people in Iran are not alone, because today is a day of recognition and is a day of mourning, and we want to make sure that they did not give of themselves in vain. That is why this resilient pressure, and thank you to everybody here who has kept the pressure on with your creative courage here. With their creative courage here, certainly is the kind of message we want to send back to those who have certainly demonstrated a level of courageousness that we haven't seen really in generations. So thank you very much. I have been in literally an 8-hour continuous meeting. We have an unprecedented budget deficit, like the rest of the state of California is melting down. I actually have to go back for another 4 to 5 hour meeting. So I've done my best to make my brain and tongue unite. Great to see you. Khuda Hafiz.
We watched the video. Is that City Hall, huh?
No, this is this is near Saks Fifth Avenue and Macy's.
Oh, it's Union Square.
This is Union Square.
Union Square.
This is Union Square. So this is near City Hall, but it's Union Square. And I have to say, there were many students who I'm very impressed by the quick organizing of many students like Shima and many of her friends who put together these rallies at Union Square. So between Saks Fifth Avenue and Macy's, you had hundreds of Iranians, protesting. And I came from City Hall to speak at this Union Square rally. The protest at City Hall was a different one a week later.
Yeah, I saw you in the City Hall demonstration. I saw you talked to the people.
Well, I did. And it was very exciting.
Yeah,
because we were expecting 100 people, maybe 400 showed up, but CNN shows up. All the state press, regional state press shows up for this, and it just had all this momentum. And the reason for this is that San Francisco became the first city in the United States to pass legislation showing our solidarity with the people of Iran.
Oh,
and I authored this resolution.
Oh, great.
I authored this piece of legislation, and the press conference was 2 hours before the vote took place.
Wow, it's really good. It's really فوق‌العاده است این چیزی که الان گفت آقای راست کریمی که الان شیما براتون ترجمه میکنه فوق‌العاده. اول قبل از که شیما ترجمه کنه، شیما شما دانشجویی؟
بله.
چون گفته که شیما و هم دانشجوی دیگه گردهمایی میدان یونین اسکور رو شیما و همکلاسیش کرده. حالا ترجمه کنید کاملا.
آقای میرکریمی خیلی از اینکه دانشجوی ایرانی که در امریکا
فرمودید میرکریمی؟
بله، راست میرکریمی.
میرکریمی.
I thought
so
my card.
I just you're just Karimi. No, Mir Karimi. You're king.
Well, yes.
King Karimi.
Long ago. And hey, Ross, Stam.
راست
و این از بعد از انتخابات که در ایران اتفاق افتاد، تمامی این پروتست ها و تجمع هایی که بود، تمامش دانشجوی ایرانی که در امریکا در دانشگاه مختلف در سان فرانسیسکو و در شهرهای مختلف مشغول به تحصیل هستن، فقط دور هم چند نفر جمع شدن و کم کم مردم هم به دانشجوها پیوستن و اون اتحادی رو که باید برقرار کردن و تونستن تجمع ها رو هر روز داشته باشن. آقای میرکریمی اینجا ذکر میکنن که اولین شهری که در امریکا قطعنامه برای اتحاد با مردم ایران تصویب کرد شهر سان فرانسیسکو و
همین گفتم فوق العاده بود.
شهر سان فرانسیسکو بود که این جریان داره ادامه پیدا میکنه در شهرهای دیگه امریکا که بتونن قطعنامه‌های دیگر در اتحاد با مردم ایران در شهرداری‌ها یا مراکز قانونگذاری دیگه تصویب بکنن برای اتحاد با مردم ایران. و آقای میرکریمی در اینجا هم تشکر کردن از همه دانشجوهایی که در این مدت همه این تجمع ها رو واقعا با هیچی فقط دور هم جمع شدن و کم کم مردم هم ایرانی هایی که در سان فرانسیسکو بودن با هم گرد اومدن و این تجمع ها تا امروز استاپ نشده و خواهیم گفت که بزرگترینش به زودی در 25 جولای.
خب بعد نیست که سوالای منم ترجمه کنید، بعد نیست.
بعد
Now, we like talk. Now, before that, we talk about the past. Now, I like talk about the future. I think the future is really bright, really bright. I understand. We are gonna have the biggest one, in the July 25th, Saturday, front of the city hall. Tell us about how this idea came out. Why? Who is behind this biggest, hopefully in the history of the Iranian people talking about 20,000 people.
Oh, no?
Or 30,000 people, or 40,000 people. We don't know. So they said this is going to be the biggest one in the history of the Northern California. So tell us something about that. شما ترجمه کنید.
Yes.
سوال این هستش که این 25 جولای تجمعی که در 25 جولای هستش و قرار هست که یکی از بزرگترین ها در شهر سان فرانسیسکو و در شهرهای دیگه هم قرار باشه، این ایده از کجا اومد؟ چه جوری شد که این ایده به وجود میاد و کلا این تجمع راجع به چی هستش و چه اتفاقی قرار بیفته؟
I was inspired by all the efforts by the students and by the Iranian and Iranian Americans living in our area here in California who have, a lot of them didn't even organize before, but because of what has happened in Iran, quickly they brought together. And being a witness to this and a participant, I said, let's have a big one in front of City Hall.
So this is your idea?
No, it's our idea. It's our idea. It's we. It's we.
Okay.
It's we the people. It's our idea. But I am happy to be part of it, and I'm happy to help let City Hall co-sponsor this. And that's something that's important to show the legitimacy. It's about showing the legitimacy of our freedom of speech about an issue that's important to Iranians in California, which are many in California, and to also share our message with non-Iranians in California and in San Francisco. This is how we've come to plan for July 25th.
آقای میرکریمی میگن که ایشون واقعا چقدر تحت تاثیر گرفتن از تلاشایی که دانشجوها این مدت انجام دادن و ایشون در همه اونها حضور داشتن، حمایت کردن و این ایده‌ای بود که از همه افراد، ایشون، دانشجوها و افراد دیگه به وجود اومد که یک دونه بزرگترین و بزرگتر و بهتر رو داشته باشیم به زودی که در 25 جولای هستش و که اعلام بکنیم که در این حمایت خودمون از آزادی بیان اعلام بکنیم که ما در این کشور در آمریکا آزادی بیان داریم و تا الان بسیاری از ایرانی‌ها توی این همه تجمع بودن و این تجمع بعدی که یکی از بزرگترین ها خواهد بود. میخوایم بگیم که چقدر نه تنها ایرانی ها از به عنوان دانشجو، ایرانی آمریکایی که اینجا هستن، این دفعه میخوایم توجه غیر ایرانی ها رو هم، امریکایی‌ها و افراد دیگر رو هم بیاریم، به خاطر اینکه خیلی ها هستن که میخوان حمایت بکنن و حمایت